3, 2, 1. That's 1 minute. It took 30 seconds to wind down. That's cool. And the neighbors love us. And listen.
There's a real one.
Yeah, the real ones go for a full minute, but I didn't want to do that.
I mean, excuse me.
It's the first time we've ever gotten to blow the dust out of that thing with a serious test. That's really cool. Hey there guys, welcome to today's Captain's Blog. It is Friday, June 1st at exactly 12:01, 30 hours, and we have gotten to do our first test of our big tornado siren here at the Geek Group. You guys have fun, we'll have more as that happens. Hi there guys, I'm Chris Boden with the Geek Group. Today we are doing a test of our awesome air raid siren. It is the first of the month. It is June 1st and it's just before noon. What we're going to do is wind this up and fire it off for 30 seconds non-stop. So enjoy the show. It's going to be a very fun and very loud experience. I know there's a lot of guys out there who really enjoy our air raid siren, so we figured we'd do a full power test just for you guys. It's the first of the month, so we're going to toggle it off here in just a second. Enjoy the show. Alright, so that was the air raid siren. I want to thank everybody for watching. You guys have fun. I know it's a simple, short, sweet video, but we've had a lot of requests out there from people that wanted to see the air raid siren fire. So there you go. You guys have fun and stay safe. I'm Chris Boden with the Geek Group. We'll see you next time. Alright, now you.
I'll poop that out later.
I've done this once or
He's a
twice.
one-taker.
I've done this once or twice before. Do you want to mic me, or you want me for onboard, or I can face him? Or?
Put the mic down.
I stood in front of that for 30 seconds.
How'd it go?
How'd it go?
Yeah.
It was easy.
I didn't see it, but you said there was dust coming out?
Yeah, we
Just got dust.
sat for a while, yeah.
And where did you say you found this?
It was donated by a private donor. I'm not going to put his name on television.
Radio?
Huh?
Put it on radio?
No. He's a really nice guy, and there's not a lot of places in the world where you can call somebody up and say, I need another air raid siren.
Another.
Yeah, because this isn't going to be our last, and it won't be our biggest. I thought you were wearing it. You're right. Okay.
Just put it down. Thank you.
I thought we were micing him. Mic going hot. Level check, audio 1, 2, 3. Take your time.
I swear. Maybe I haven't noticed, but the ones like, well, where's the closest?
They come in all different sizes. Like when you see the yellow ones that it's like square and it's got a trumpet,
Yeah.
those are much smaller. It's a Thunderbolt. They're made by, I'm going to get it wrong. I want to say Federal Signal. But they're about that long up on top of the pole, and they're only about that big,
Right.
but they're vicious.
Those are the ones,
God.
I mean,
It's a T1000 Thunderbolt.
if I'm going to drive downtown, will I see that one?
Yeah, if you look around, you'll see them. They've got. I always see them out in Jennison. You see them a lot. But there's all different types. If you look around, you'll see some like this. These are an older model. These are kind of rare these days.
That looks like,
You'll see some that look like in Coopersville on top of City Hall. It looks like a beehive. It's just a little round stack with like. You ever see the Capitol Records building?
yeah.
Looks like that. It's a round stack with shed fins, and then the top's like a little point. We used to have one. Oh God, was great. We had one that was actually 2 sirens, and it was a ring of horns all the way around. The thing was like you to me across. It was big. There's a ton of different types. This is just a really good, simple, basic mechanical siren. It's rather small, and it's good for indoor demos. Our big one with the 2 rows, we fired that off, and it took windows out. So, yeah.
You have another one that is pretty powerful.
We've got a few.
Okay, Peter, you stand here, then he's going to stand right out here a little bit. I'm going to get that behind now.
How do you spell Boden?
Bravo, Oscar, Delta, Echo, November.
C-H-R-I-S?
Yes.
Of course, is this set up such that if you were on a pole, it would...
No, we actually, inside, there's one motor here, and out the front of the motor it turns the big chopper. Out the back of the motor it turns a little gear, and you can see how this tier drops back. Well, there's a gear down here that would spin, and there's a big chain and a really big gear here. So the same motor would turn it around, and it turns around very slowly. Yeah, okay. But we disabled that because it was a major pain in the butt.
Yeah.
And we just made a good little metal stand for it, and we set it off to the side, and it does its thing.
Yeah.
Your blocking is butchered.
Huh?
Your blocking is butchered. He's going to throw rocks at you.
No, it's fine.
Oh, yeah, that's where you want him, is over there? Okay.
Yep. Are these things important?
Yeah, absolutely. The original purpose has long since passed. The Cold War's over. We don't really have to worry about air raids on a daily basis. But tornadoes are an absolute, real, regular danger, especially in southwest Michigan. I mean, we get a lot of tornadoes around here. And it's something that everybody knows, everybody grew up with, and it's a good way where if you're outside and you hear that sound, you know, find a shady spot. So they're absolutely important.
You think that, I mean, can we get the same service if we sign up for like an app or something? Are there other ways
yes,
around?
There are other ways. Because especially now, the concept of this was invented 60 years ago. Buildings are much better insulated now. It can be hard to hear them. You may not be nearby one. You can go on like theweatherchannel.com and things like that, and you can get apps for your smartphone where it'll give you weather alerts. And not just for tornadoes, but for like flash floods, severe thunderstorms, things like that. Because these only go off if there's a tornado warning, not a watch. So when you hear the sirens, it doesn't mean, hey, there might be a tornado. It means tornado on the ground, confirmed, height. So you can get apps for your phone that'll give you all the data, and it'll tell you like county by county and all that stuff. And if you're a local ham radio guy, like if you're in amateur radio with one of these, you can get involved with your local Skywarn. And these are the guys that work hand in hand with places like Channel 13, where when there is severe weather, they're out on the street. They're driving around, they're spotters. And they're looking not just for tornadoes on the ground, they're looking for wires down and flooding and things like that. And it's where you guys get a lot of your real-time data, because radar only tells you so much.
So how'd the test go?
The test was great. It's nice to blow the dust out of the thing. We don't get to turn it up to full power very often, so this is a big fun thing for us.
What was that, full power?
That was full power with its current power supply. It's actually about half of what it's designed for. It's much, much more vicious than what you experienced.
And without earplugs, would there be ear damage?
Oh, absolutely. And especially at this range.
There's a reason they're up on 100.
Yeah, they're up 50 feet in the air, and they have a reach of miles. I can comfortably stand right in front of this because it's at a much lower voltage and it's much tamer. At full power, it'll take out windows. Yeah, so.
Peter asked the first couple questions again. I had a double hit.
I forgot what I asked.
He's talking great. Yeah, I think he'll keep going.
Just tell me what you want to know. I spend all day in front of a camera, so I'm fine.
Why are these important?
These are important because the original intent behind them was for air raids. The World War II and the Cold War and all that. That's done. We passed that. The world's a much safer place now. But currently, and for decades, they've been used as tornado warnings. And that's very important because it's visceral. It's a tornado siren. And anybody who grew up in southwest Michigan knows a tornado siren. And it's a sound that you don't think about. You hear that, and you know what's happening, you know what it means, you know what to do. So it serves a very specific, definite purpose.
Now, why do you guys have one here? What do you guys
We
do?
have one for a demonstration in physics. We do a lot in, our primary purpose is to teach people about science and technology. And a lot of what we do is what we call it shock and awe science. We like things with a wow effect. We like things where it's really going to get your attention and get kids involved. An air raid siren is a great way, a visceral way, to teach people about some certain fundamentals of physics, about sound, about mechanical energy and vibration and frequency and wavelength and all that stuff. And it does it in a really fun way. It's similar to our Rubens tube, where we're teaching the concepts of resonance and wavelength with shooting fire out of a 6-foot tube. And that's a really big thing at the Geek Group, is we want to make it exciting. It isn't just a guy with a whiteboard.
So how does the sound get created in there?
The sound is created by, there's an electric motor in here, and the electric motor turns a chopper in here, which is a big rotor that has holes inside of it. And the holes line up to these holes here, and you're pushing air through, and you're chopping it at the same time. If you want to make a basic siren at home, you can do it by just taking any metal disc with a ring of holes in it. Like I've seen people do it with brake rotors, I've seen people do it with just a kitchen mixer. But just a metal disc with holes through it, and take a straw and blow through the holes, and you'll get a siren sound. It's that distinctive siren sound. And yup, that's how this works. As the motor spins faster, it makes a higher pitched sound. Like if I just tap it, we can't run it up to full power yet. But if I just tap it, it'll make a sound, but it's a very low note. It's not a sound so much as a series of pulses. Every one of those pulses is when the air is getting pushed through, and it gets cut off at one of these ports.
How old is that?
I want to say that one's probably 80s vintage.
1980s?
Yeah, 1980s. It's not. It won't live much longer if I keep beating it. For anybody who is interested in details on this, if you go on YouTube and go on the Geek Group channel, it's the Geek Group on YouTube, there's a video where Mr. Kidwell and I take this whole siren apart, and we spend like half an hour looking at it. We go through all inside and how it works, and we fire it up, and it's a very detailed video explaining the operation of the siren.
Is that as heavy as it looks?
Actually, it's not. You can pick it up. It looks really bulky.
It does.
But you got to understand, almost all this is just airspace.
Okay.
It's just fiberglass.
Yeah.
The back, the whole siren, like from here up, weighs less than 200 pounds, easy. Maybe 100, 150.
But do we have that model, if you will, in use around Greater Grand Rapids?
I have absolutely no idea.
Yeah.
I've never seen one, but I don't really look that much. I know we have Federal Signal Thunderbolts. There's some T1000 Thunderbolts downtown, and those are the ones that I see the most of. They're yellow, and they have a square horn with a long trumpet.
Right.
Those work totally different than this. They're smaller and a lot more vicious. They work with a roots type blower. Like when you see the big dragsters with the big double oval thing on top and then the big scoop, they work the same thing. That's a roots blower. And it's an air compressor. And they have one down in the bottom, and they push air up the pipe and out the top, and they've got a chopper and everything just like this, but instead of a big rotor, they use a roots blower. They're totally different sound, and they're really cool.
Good.
Anything else?
Let's see you pick up that battery though.
Yeah, good luck. Battery is a ton.
Now, the other ones don't run on battery, right?
No, they all run on batteries.
Oh, do they
Actually,
really?
yeah,
Just in
because,
case.
well, it's the way they work, and this is something that a lot of people don't realize, is they're all DC powered. They work on batteries, and down on the bottom of the pole, you'll see a big box, and inside the box is big car batteries. Usually, there's 4 or 6 car batteries down there, and they'll have a radio receiver, and there'll be a little antenna on top of the box. And they're toggled by radio. The National Weather Service or whoever sends a special radio signal, and it tells it to turn on, and it knows how long to run and what type, because there's different patterns that mean different things. They don't do that so much anymore, but they used to. And it's powered. It plugs into standard wall power, like 110 volts, and there'll be an electric meter next to it, and they get power from consumers like everybody else. But because of what it's for, you can't count on there being electricity, so they run on batteries. And the wall power just charges the batteries all the time. They have a battery charger built in, and it's just always charging the battery, and when it fires up, it draws power off the batteries so that if the next telephone pole is knocked over, or there's a blackout or something like that, they've got the energy to run the siren. You've got enough damn B-roll.
No doubt.
I am horrible for TV because you guys are going to cut this down to like 3 minutes, and I'm used to doing half-hour long episodes.
3 minutes.
If that.
1 minute and a half.
Yeah. And that's including the 30-second siren lines.
We won't play that one.
We'll see.
Ah, slam! Man, the kids will love it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. Show the filthy fucking battery. Do that. Cleaned the whole building yesterday. You picked the nastiest, dustiest, mankiest piece of shit I have. You want to look at that? I got a little bit of B-roll you might want to get real quick. Come down to the other end of the building. Because if you're going to have a tornado siren and storms and all that,
Yeah.
I've got your cold open hook.
We got a tap ride for storms?
Lightning.
Must
Yeah,
have to zoom in.
Look at that bag. You're here. You got a ceiling time. Enjoy it. I was about to ask. Did you get the sound? I did. Why? We just toggled off an air raid siren. I thought you might have noticed it.
I think that's the point.
You're still on that same clip?
No.
Oh, okay.
The first time you
want to be about here. Stand right here. I promise you won't die. Probably. You're going to hear a loud noise because we haven't done that today.
Do that again.
What?
So I can see you moving.
Okay, hang on just a second. I gotta make a noise. 3, 2, 1. Okay, you ready? In 3, 2, 1. System safe. Where's the thunder?
Okay, Peter.
Give me just a moment.
Let's have a jump. Go stand in that water.
You want thunder? I can do thunder.
he can do thunder.
You doing thunder? I'm doing thunder. Alright, see right here? That's where it's going to happen. And don't zoom in on it or you're going to get some big white flash.
I gotta set it down for this.
You're going to want to come over here. Moose, earmuffs, the ones I have.
I don't have them, but you can have mine.
They're where I was.
I'm not going all the way.
Okay, that is the big red button of silence.
Yes.
When I tell you, step on it. You're not going to hurt it, so don't be scared. Only one person is ever
trust me.
Very energetic 12
Okay.
Button of science?
That is the big red button of science.
Who gets to do it?
That was a decent size ladder.
Okay, I'll teach you a little basic science. Think of electricity like water in a pipe, okay? Volts is the pressure. Amperage is gallons per minute, okay? Now, a car battery is 12 volts at 400 amps. Now, a little AA battery is only 1.5 volts at maybe an amp. A regular wall outlet is 120 volts at an absolute maximum of 20 amps. We're at 1,000 volts right now. We're going to go up to 1,800 volts at 80,000 amps. When this goes off, when you push that button, there will be 144 million watts of energy discharged through that little piece of aluminum mesh out there. You will get thunder. We call this machine Project Thump. When you push the button, there will be more energy going through that system than every building in downtown Grand Rapids is using at that instant.
So why is it safe to do that?
Because we can control it. With electricity, we can always sit across the room and push a button. And if anything goes wrong, it happens 40 feet away. We're totally fine. That's why I don't do chemistry. You're about to hear a boom. You are clear to fire. You ask for thunder, I give you thunder. Yeah, I can lightning in the guys. I didn't
Alright,
see
come over
it.
here.
Get on down there, I'll do it real quick.
My wife is in the lightning.
It won't hurt you, it's just vicious. 3, 2, 1. Neighbors are going to throw rocks at me today.
Goodness.
Is that loud outside?
Yeah, you can hear it pretty good outside.
You know, I took my ear things off.
Why? That nothing is going to hurt you. We wear hearing protection for like 5 minutes a day.
Yeah.
Here it's 90 decibels, which is loud, but it's not loud. It's not loud enough to hurt you unless it's constantly.
I was gonna ask you.
or something.
I think Connie's about the front. What's it relative to?
Oh, this isn't nearly as loud. With decibels, it's a logarithmic scale.
Yeah.
So to make this is actually a cool bit of science.
Here at the Geek Group, we've invented a new fundraising strategy. You can now purchase impressively tiny coins we've compressed using high-energy magnetism. We induce a current pulse of 100,000 amps into a copper wire coiled around a golden dollar, dime, or quarter, producing very powerful opposing magnetic fields that compress a quarter to the diameter of a dime, which you then receive in a lovely commemorative package along with the satisfaction that can only come from helping the Geek Group build our endowment, which in turn will allow us to put membership fees, donations, and sponsorships towards furthering the organization rather than just maintaining it. Carry a lightning bolt in your pocket, available at the Geek Group.
A 100-watt stereo system, and you want it to be twice as loud, you need to increase your power by an order of magnitude. So to make a 100-watt, like if you have a 100-watt stereo system, and your neighbor has a 100-watt stereo system, and you want yours to be twice as loud as his, you have to upgrade to a 1,000-watt stereo system, not a 200-watt. A sound that is twice as loud will be 3 decibels louder. So to go from 100 decibels to 103 decibels is twice as loud. So you get very big numbers very, very fast as far as sound pressure levels. And it's really cool how it works because things like the space shuttle are only like 140 decibels, something like that. Stuff like a smoke detector is only like 80 decibels. It's a very tiny number for a huge amount of power. And it goes up, it doesn't go up on a nice smooth line. It's like, and yeah, it's cool science.
Batman,
Yeah.
are you like getting ready to kill somebody or something?
No, I'm cleaning out a nasty gunky thing. Like,
What's wrong with it?
Looking at that, God.
Oh yeah,
That's
this
gross.
needs cleaning out pretty regular.
And
But
I don't want to wreck out my nice polo.
Okay.
So I wear a nasty apron. And we're also having issues with the soap dispenser pump, so I'm trying to figure out if the pump itself is burned out or if we're not getting a signal from the control panel.
Okay.
And then also we were having issues with vacuuming, but I had Aaron clean out all the filters and everything, and the motor still works just fine.
Okay.
And I cleaned out the hose, and so hopefully when I put it back together it should vacuum again. But the soap dispenser is still questionable. Your power. Thank you. We'll try that after I meter out.
Alright guys, time is 18:55 hours and I have waited to show you this. Ha! The lights work in the cafe and ta-da! The lights work in the kitchen. Oh man, look at that. Isn't it so much better? It's a remarkable change. Not a lot of video today, very exciting morning, and then lots of tours, lots of just same. Cleaning, tidying up after the big event, and tours. But the electricians were here, Joel and his buddy, and the track lighting's in for over the counter, and all the other lights are in, and that is so cool. Isn't that great? Look at that. We have lights in the cafe. See, that's the big progress for the day. Things are getting better. Things are happening. We are like this close to occupancy, to being open to the public. And I'm just, lots of cleaning on the Clark, which is, hey, Batman, is the Clark fixed? Mostly?
I got the Georgia pump still.
But it vacuums?
It vacuums.
Okay, so it's all good?
I'm pretty sure it was just the, if you look in here, it's got the little safety ball, so as it doesn't suck water up.
Yeah.
I think that was just stuck in here. It was just so full of gunk.
Okay.
That the ball was stuck up in there. But
okay.
It's been cleaned out. The whole vacuum system's been cleaned out. It sucks real good.
Good work, sir. All right, and Dave's been doing stuff. Process is doing stuff. Just things are getting done. Things are getting done, and it's happening, and you should be here. We had like tons of new members here.
Dude has a lawnmower.
We may have a lawnmower. We got to see. But I picked this up for like $30, and we're going to see if we can make it work. It needs some love, but we're going to try. And it's certainly got a lot better hope of working than that antique up there, which piston rings. That burns more that burns more oil than gas. Yeah. So
this is an electrical problem.
Is it an electrical problem, or does it need a new starter?
Don't know.
Because there's a difference between needs a new starter and starter doesn't start. Because I don't know how to fix electrical. So electrical we
email
can fix.
Superman, and I'm sure he'll send you a whole list.
I'm just going to start tearing into it, and we'll figure it out as we go.
She said she had replaced the battery last season, so it just probably needs to be charged real good. And
toss it on a charger overnight. We'll see what happens. But grab the little trickle charger, put it on like the 2 amp, not the 6 amp. Put on 2 amp charge overnight. Also, I need you to get a charger on the generator. That doesn't have to.
Charger.
Yeah, I know. Like we'll do this tonight, so we can work on it tomorrow. But tomorrow, put the charger on the generator, please.
All right.
Okay. Cool. And we fixed the excitement of the drain leak. That was fun. It took like a little, I think, an 80-cent part. I love problems that are bad and easy to fix. That's the best. So yeah, it was a good day. Had a lot of fun. Got a lot of stuff done. Nobody got hurt. Everybody's happy. It's a good day. So I'm gonna head home. You guys have an excellent evening. Thank you for watching. Thank you for being part of this and making this big giant thing happen. It's you guys that do it. So I'm Chris Boden. I'll see you tomorrow. That's today's Captain's Blog.
I learned how to run a machine shop.
Set up an enterprise level server.
Program 9-foot robots.
Make lightning!
Edit video.
I'm building a radio station.
Light bulb terrarium.
A high-performance electric car.
I'm a CNC geek.
Computer geek!
Robot geek.
Physics geek!
AV geek.
I'm a radio geek.
Craft geek.
Car buff.
No matter what kind of geek you are, we've got a place for you here at the Geek Group. Come join us. We build awesome.